G'day guys, JF2P here again, bringing you another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary, and today I'm going to be playing as the spy on payload Barnblitz. And now this is also a pug, so people do have somewhat of an idea of what they're doing, so I play a lot more conservatively. And also another thing I want to say is I'm a bit rusty at spy as I haven't really been playing him that much recently, but I do decent this round. And of course, I just want to stress how awesome the Invisiwatch is in comparison to the Dead Ringer, because some people seem to just underappreciate the Invisiwatch and just how useful and versatile it is. Oh yes, here by the way is a good example of communication. They call out that the med and heavy are pushing middle, so I decide to jump down and get the medic. That's pretty much my objective A when I'm playing as spy. Always try and go for the medics where possible. And one thing you have to keep in mind as well when playing a spy is that everyone is communicating and they'll call you out, as you can see by all those blue and red bars on the bottom right. That's everyone talking on the mic. And I'll just show you an example right here where I get a bit greedy and I get impatient, and I just get the engineer and everyone just calls me out straight away and, well, I die.
Be losing our demo console. Spy behind.
Just watch for that spy, I'm pretty sure he's like...
So yeah, now you see why you should be patient. Also, before the round starts, I just want to give a quick shout out to Rex1199, who actually made that intro for me, and let me know what you guys think about it. I think it's quite neat, and yeah, just like how it's nice and subtle. And yes, here we are. This is a POV from me this round rather than the third person view, and I'll be showing the whole round. Here, a bit of a poor decloak, but they didn't actually see me decloak, so I went for the pick on the soldier, taking out the unattended teleporter, and luring that spy over there. And he was convinced I was over there, so decloak here and take out the dispenser. And come down, see that the demo is distracted via spamming, so I take him out as well. And yeah, as you can see, the Invisiwatch is very useful. It allows you to be exactly where you want most of the time, and allows you to get those crucial picks. Here a bit of a fail stab, but luckily the sniper headshots him and it's not a problem at all. But yes, I'm not trying to disregard the Dead Ringer, it's such a useful tool. But I just much prefer the playstyle when using the Invisiwatch. It makes you be a little bit more careful, and that stops you from getting too careless most of the time, because you don't have I guess what you would say, a get out of jail free card, which you have when you're using the Dead Ringer, especially if you're using Dead Ringer and the Spicicle. I also find that using the Invisiwatch really gets you to play the spy as the game developers had really intended him to be. He's intended to be an assassin who sneakily goes out and then picks out specific targets, like the medic there, for example. Got a bit greedy though, and it causes me to die, but it's fine because I get the heavy and the medic, which is a very important part of the enemy's defense. But yes, I just think using the Dead Ringer sort of takes away really what the spy is meant to be. He's not meant to be some kind of super soldier that's able to jump over people's heads and then somehow stab them in the back of their skulls. No, that doesn't really do it for me. You're getting a bit silly. I really shouldn't have gone for the heavy. I should have just kept going. But that happens. But yes, I much prefer this playstyle of spy as well, because it doesn't really require you to play spy all the time in order to keep, I guess, up to par, I guess you would say. I just find with the stair stabs and the corner stabs and all that, you sort of really have to play spy for a while to really get your head around it and where the hitboxes are and stuff. This is more just relying on position and sort of outwitting the enemy, I guess you would say. And they're getting lucky. I was sure that the sniper would see me, but obviously not, and able to take him out quite easily. And here, see that engineer? I was going to go for the drop stab and the sap, but it's gone, and I stab him. But I don't choose to clumsily shank him to death. I decide to follow him back into the last point, because I know he's going to build up, and that's just going to hinder my team significantly. So I start off by just shooting down his sentry gun. You're able to do that when it's a level 1, it's just being built, and it's always funny doing that. It does get frustrating for the engineer, and it makes him quite paranoid as well. And here I'm just trying to hang out because they were quite paranoid at spawn, shooting randomly, so I decided to go out and try and do some work, and then I just have another derp moment. I'm like, aha, this sniper's gonna get it. Now I'm just gonna miss all my shots, and then I'm gonna stupidly shank and get his razor back, and then I'll just let my team kill him and look like a total tit. But yes, going into the last point now and trying to do some work. This isn't Barnblitz Pro, by the way, because not everyone had it downloaded, and for some reason everyone was taking ages to join, so we thought we'd just do standard Barnblitz. And here the sentry gun's going up, but the engineer drops down, and I took out that sentry, so that was kind of funny. He wasn't too happy about that. Here, getting the medic. See that he was just backpedaling, and that's another thing when you're a medic. Try not to make your movement so predictable, because for one, it's a lot harder for snipers to headshot you, and number 2, it's harder for spies to track your movement and backstab you. Because right there, I just knew where he was, and I was like, well, I know what he's going to be doing, so I'll just go for the stab, and worked out well for me. But yes, this is the point of the match where my gameplay sort of digresses. The spy actually stare stabs me here. I wasn't expecting it, and I really didn't think he was doing it, and then when it happened I was like, oh, okay, and then he stare stabs me again here, so that really sort of messed me up, I guess you would say. I was sort of confident that I was gonna be doing a decent job, and then as soon as I started dying in silly ways, it really sort of threw me off, and that's really the other key. Just to playing any class, you just need to keep your head level, don't get too aggressive, and don't panic when you start dying or when things aren't quite working out. That's just gonna hinder your gameplay, and it's also gonna hinder your team. And here, for example, I already knew we failed the push, but I just panic because I see the engineer and I'm like, bah, bah, must, oh. So hoping to sap the sentry gun, but little did I know, without a disguise, that's often difficult. And yes, that pretty much wraps it up for the spy gameplays. And now these remaining clips are just the trades that I did to give away those hats that I said I'd do for the Robo Hat giveaway. So here's just the proof so that you know I wasn't just telling a bunch of fibs. Of course went in the order of winners, the first selecting 5 of the 15 hats, second place winner selecting 5 of the 10 hats remaining, and the third place of course getting the hats left over. And everyone was pretty happy, and that was all well and good. But anyways, I just want to once again thank everyone who participated in my comment giveaway. And yeah, I am still currently working on my How to Medic guide that should be out in the near future. Anyways, once again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time in my next video. Take it easy, guys.